So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. So things are underway. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bruno Fernandes. Shaw producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Kobbie Mainoo, could have a busy time here, having to play the role of a 6, an 8 and a 10. And I think when you consider his age and the fact that he can drop into all of those positions and perform without any problem, I think you know you've got something special brewing.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Šeško! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mount. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Manchester United yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mainoo. And again! Goal! Manchester United! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next fight...
And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
And Bomo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Now this could be a chance. Goes for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Manchester United have their second corner now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And Bomo. Look at the space. Shoots! And that's in. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter.
He's having a pop! Diogo Dalot. Maguire. And it's Casemiro. Here's Matheus Cunha. Foot in. Šeško. Bruno Fernandes. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Xerxes. Spread to the right. De Ligt cuts it out. Mainoo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Red, nice interception. Maguire. Martinez. Šeško. Šeško. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Šeško. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Menu. And the counter is on. Bruno Fernandes. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Threads one in. Spread neatly. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Menu.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Menu. Now that's well seen too. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end, but it has to be said neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So straight into the second half. Maguire. Casemiro. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mount. And claimed it back swiftly. Matheus Cunha. And it's Menu. That's good play. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Diogo Dalot. Oh, that's a fine interception. Shot a goal! Off the post! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be...
Takes a shot! Well taken goal. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see that...
And a chance! Loose... Oh, what has happened here? Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Aimed beyond the defence. And the finish! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Šeško. Can he get it through? De Ligt. Burmo. Now, can they get him away? Casemiro. Šeško. Shifted it to the flank. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Menu, well-timed, excellent interception. Menu is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's the chance to counter. Looking to play him in. Zixi wants to run onto this. Pass somewhat off target.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 37.
Casemiro.
Menu. Number
Cunha,
18.
who does have an assist to his name.
Number 11.
Burmo.
Number
And it's Ugarte. Burmo does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
Shaw.
Space for him to turn and look.
Number 10. Matthias Cunha.
Chance for a
Number
shot!
25.
And he's following up! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Manchester United, palpably stronger, better, superior. Mazraoui makes the interception. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Now it's Matthias Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Ugarte. That has been cut short. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Can he finish? Keeper's got his work done.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And it's been taken short.
4 added minutes has been
Bruno
indicated.
Fernandes. Oh, it's played into Šeško! Oh, he got himself into a great position. 4 added minutes on the board. Mount.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Mount. Oh, cracking ball. That's going to go a long way. So that's it. It is all over. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. So things are underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Bruno Fernandes is the modern-day Portuguese maestro, and I really like him for his character as well, something that's not picked up on very much. I see him as a player who always goes about his business with conviction and authority, and a proper leader.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Matheus Cunha. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Bomo. Oh, Bomo! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Now it's Casemiro. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Mainu. It's their second corner of the game. He's had a shot! No, just not quite. Manchester United have their third corner. And it's been taken short. That is good strength. And the shot! Mainu with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Pinches it off him. That pass isn't the best. Mount. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Impressive jump! Goal! Manchester United! The first significant strike. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Bruno Fernandes in acres of space out wide. Corner it is. Corner number 4 coming up here. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. So it's going to be another corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Burmo, rapid and full of intent. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And he's chosen to go back. Might be danger here. Oh, Bruno Fernandes! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Look at the... shooting chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. And Casemiro.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Picked out, decent chance! It's... Oh, what has happened here? And another try! Burmo.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now, can they get him away? Now, there's a fine ball. And he shoots! And now they can clear their lines. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Bruno Fernandes. Maguire. Matheus Cunha. Takes a shot!
Has been indicated.
Nearly, but not quite. Bruno Fernandes. Looking for options for movement. Defending of the desperate variety. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Manchester United currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Oh, he's been... And the shot! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Mount. And it's Mount. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Šeško. Great vision. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Matheus Cunha. Chance! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete.
The attendance for this match
A momentary
was
lapse, mercilessly
71,550.
exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Manchester United with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to...
Shoots! It's a loose ball. Manchester United claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Šeško. Burmo. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. Well, shot a goal! And he's there to belt it away. And that has fair fizzed.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Corner count is
Number
rising.
7,
That's 6.
Mason Mount. Number 18.
Bruno
Casemiro.
Fernandes with the short one.
Number 2. Diogo Dalot.
And now a sudden chance to
23,
counter.
Shaw. Coming on the field.
Manchester
Number 10,
United perhaps
Matheus
contemplating their
Cunha.
next change here.
Number 25.
Now it's
Ugarte.
Menu.
Number 3.
Burmo.
Mazraoui. Number 13.
And here's Bruno
Substitution in
Fernandes.
progress.
This is a promising build-up. Dorgu. And it's Menu.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
That has been cut short. Maguire. Zirkzee. He's on it. Can he get away? Bruno Fernandes. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Šeško. Bruno Fernandes does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Burmo. And he was quick to react. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And here's Mount. So no flag here. And it's Mount. And the finish! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Burmo. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. And here's the chance to counter. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Šeško. And Burmo. And that's it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. So we're very much on the way now. Bruno Fernandes receives it in a good position here. And it's been given away. And the finish! And that is wildly off target. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Well, there's the clearance. And that has left him in a heap. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And the pass is intercepted. It's a good foot in there. Burmo. He's found a way past. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I've always admired this striker, Sesko, Peter, because he's got that flair to his game, that swagger. You see a lot of it in his clever link-up play, and when he's making movements inside the box, his anticipation and decision-making are second to none.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bruno Fernandes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's nice. Cross flung in towards the middle. Only partially clear. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Nicely weighted ball. He has found the way through. Getting up there! Oh, off the bar! He doesn't look too happy with that. Casemiro picks it up from the goal kick. Matheus Cunha. He's a sharp little... Goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And we have liftoff! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's going for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bruno Fernandes is offering a wry smile there.
He's found some space. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Good ball, good take. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Manchester United have their second corner now. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pinches it off him. Now that looks a decent... Can he finish? And that's a good finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
They're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Menu, Bruno Fernandes, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Can he get it through? And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Burmo. Menu. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Hangs one in. And he's quick to get rid. Out for a throw. Mount. And he's gone backward here. And it's Casemiro. It's Casemiro! Oh, it's hit the post! There will be a throw-in. Shaw.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Burmo. Tries to pass it through. And he's intervened well there. That pass, the whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Matheus Cunha.
Manchester United really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Bruno Fernandes is onto this. That is a brilliant interception. Menu. And the counter is on. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And here's Menu. Diogo Dalot providing an outlet on that flank. He's having a shot! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due.
Obama! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
And Obama really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. Bruno Fernandes goes short. And no, he's seen through all of that. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Diogo Dalot gets into a good position. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
987.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he's worked it through. And they're quick to get it back. Menu. And here's Mount. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Dallo. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear.
He's having a pop! Oh, brilliant from Bruno Fernandes! A finish of true class! And there's the goal they've been looking for. You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Manchester United go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Shoots! And yes, it's there! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal.
And he shoots! He's got a goal! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. This looks promising. Menu. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Casemiro cuts it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well timed, excellent interception. Diogo Dallo. Now, can they get him away?
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Manchester United clearly now in lead preservation mode. Casemiro has been caught there, it's a foul. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Shot a goal! And it's come back out to him. It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right play.
And that will be the final act. Manchester United have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid. Mateta! There it is! An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
McAllister goes short. The cutback. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's having a pop! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And the shot! Oh, the ball, and a chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
McAllister with the short one. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Shin to shin. Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Ekitike demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top.
Decent chance! It's off target and by quite a way. And here's Pino. Mateta receives it in a good position here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now he's got space here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Henderson claims comfortably. Mateta. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. More and more pressure on the ball here. Picked out brilliantly. Has a look and plays it forward. Johnson does really well to win the ball there. And it's Kamada. Tries one from range. Mitchell. He's on it, can he get away? Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Lacroix cuts out the pass. Now it's Pino. Oh, he's having a go! Boy, he struck that clean. Simple. Almost half an hour in now. Jones, Szoboszlai, Lacroix producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Short changes him with that pass. Jones, Ekitike, given the lift of his goal. Ekitike, Isak. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Richards, Kamada, now it's Johnson, and that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And here's Johnson, gives it back.
That's good pressure, it gave him no other choice.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Konate did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Johnson. Now it's Jones. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. This looks promising. Here comes the cross. Richards getting this one clear. Half-time getting close now. The ball's gone astray. Frimpong. Mitchell gets across to intercept that.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Wharton. And here's Johnson. He's having a hit! That was superb goalkeeping.
Johnson clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Frimpong. Jones. Now it's Szoboszlai. Can he get it through? Showing great feet there. Cross goes in there. And he's taking no chances there. Bumps him off it and wins back. Shoots! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
He's having a shot! Oh, that's a waste. Frimpong. Frimpong running with intent. Szoboszlai.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
And he's straight offside.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Robertson. Jones. Gravenberg looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Frimpong. Mitchell. Lacroix. Wharton. And it's Pino. Mitchell cuts it out. Wharton.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Jones. Great shapes to shoot! And a neat finish! And the game is well and truly turned on its head! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Liverpool are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Liverpool with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
He's in a great position here, and he's in on goal. Charge, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pings in across. Alisson claims it without any fuss.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Isak. And here's Johnson. That's a... And the finish! Oh, good finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
McAllister, Isak. Now it's Szoboszlai. Oh, nicely intercepted. Munoz. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Extra time is imminent, unless something dramatic happens now. Szoboszlai. Now that's well seen too.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Jones. Lacroix. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up.
He'll try from distance! And that's a real chance missed.
Jeremy Pino fully appreciates that. He could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 10, McAllister. Number 17,
Well timed, excellent
Jones.
interception.
Coming on the
And
field.
it's Endo.
Number 18, Gakpo. Number 3, Endo. Number
Alisson.
7, Reds. Substitution.
And it's Robertson. Into the last 5 minutes. Brennan Johnson. Doucouré. And here's Johnson.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And it's been given away. Caught offside that time. Jeremy Pino. There he goes, motoring forward. Munoz is onto this. Lovely feet. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like Land of the Giants in there.
They've played it short. Hughes. Good ball, good take. That is great defending, so alert. Szoboszlai. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more. And the action has already restarted.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Johnson. Oh, easy pickings there. Pinches it off him. And it's made its way to him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Wirtz. Gakpo. Szoboszlai. Gravenberg. Riyad gets over and intercepts. Mateta. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, it's come loose. And he's following up. And he's there to belt it away. Frimpong. Goes forward. Gakpo chasing after it. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Lerma. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Decent attempt that, just a little mistimed.
Gakpo. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now this could be a chance. And we're halfway through extra time.
And now, please turn towards
Well, nobody
the
wants to
screen
settle for this, of
special
course, but everyone is running
presentation
nigh on
featuring our
empty.
guest performance today.
Is there going to be a moment to win it? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Robertson. Gakpo is onto it in a flash. Now it's Gakpo. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Wirtz. Lofted in. That's a corner kick.
Substitution on the field.
Number 3 coming up.
Frimpong. Coming on the field is...
And it's been taken short.
Bradley. Substitution
Szoboszlai.
taking place.
And now they can spring out of defence. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Wirtz. Looking to play him in. Space for him to turn and look. The cross. He's rising! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Gravenberg. And Endo. Now it's Szoboszlai. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Gakpo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
All hands on deck for this one. Now it's Isak. Isak plays it in.
1 minute added time.
Hughes attempts a clearance.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he was quick to react. Two sides absolutely inseparable, and we know what's coming. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
So, after 2 long, inconclusive hours, here we go. It's penalties. I think we're just about ready. And you can almost hear a pin drop. So this one to set the tone. One 0.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Arteta is a picture of calm despite the moment. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, I think the keeper did very well to stay upright until the very end.
Liverpool are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Of course, 2 up.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter.
Crystal Palace really cannot miss this. Made it look easy.
It was well disguised. It gave no inkling as to where he was going on that.
Liverpool with this chance to pull 2 clear. And he puts it away. Will that prove decisive?
A great position now, but still work to be done.
So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outsteered him there, which gave him the edge. Everyone here are holding their breath.
Will do it. So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion, all the... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas.
Towering header! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Szoboszlai. Ekitike. Great chance! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And here's Mateta. And Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Jones. And it's Szoboszlai. Kamada. McAllister proves too strong. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And here's Mateta. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Ball in towards them. And another try! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
That has been cut short. Out towards the flank. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Ekitike. Wharton does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Pino. This looks promising. Look at the space here. Showing good feet. And he's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Ekitike. Aims beyond the defence. Jones picks it up out wide. Jones's cross. Punched away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Liverpool really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Ekitike. Can he finish? Kamada. And it's Pino. Jeremy Pino. Now to Corey. And it's Mitchell. And here's Mateta. Wharton. And here's Kamada. And Mitchell. Nice bit of trickery. And here's Kamada. And it's Wharton. And here's Kamada. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Jones. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Mateta. He's on it, can he get away? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Doucouré, and here's Johnson.
Crystal Palace can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Mitchell. They get a throw in.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And here's Johnson. And he's in on goal. Takes a shot. And there's a goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Crystal Palace are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at.
That's the end of the first 45.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in the second half, Peter, with control already established.
Crystal Palace looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Munoz, not a hint of offside here. And the finish! And that is doing no harm at all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Szoboszlai, McAllister, and it's Frimpong. Played in. Oh, that's a fine interception. Wharton. He'll try from distance. Richards. Lacroix. Jeremy Pino. Now it's Pino. Now it's Johnson. Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Goes for a shot! And a neat finish! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Liverpool cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Crystal Palace suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness or this could get away from them.
Not got that quite right. Frimpong. Kamada. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Szoboszlai. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Pino. And here's Mateta. Now he's running away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pino. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Alisson clearly engaging in mind games here. And they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, shooting chance! And he's gone long. Johnson. And it's Munoz. Now it's Mateta. And it's Kamada. Gravenberg. Jones. Now, can they get him away? Brennan Johnson. And here's Pino. Frimpong kept his eye on it, and he's there. Good ball, good take. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Jones. Wharton simply refused to be outdone there. Jones really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Wharton. Mateta.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Wharton. To Kamada. To Corey. Ekitike. McAllister.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Into the last 5 minutes. Szoboszlai. Not where it came from. And here's Isak. Gives it back. Jeremy Pino. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Johnson. Johnson proves just a little bit too strong. Great defending, strong and determined. Can he finish? Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Now it's Johnson. And the counter is on. Now it's Johnson. Distributed tidily. He won't be happy with that one. So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents.